Hi everyone, it's Thumbstick from the Co-opters here. With the release of Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus coming up, I'm going to make a video about the last release in the series, Wolfenstein the Old Blood. So I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on Wolfenstein the Old Blood, and I'm also going to be comparing it to previous games in the series. Just a heads up, this video will contain spoilers. So with that said and done, let's begin. Wolfenstein the Old Blood is a fast-paced, standalone prequel to The New Order, which was released in May 2015, just 1 year after the release of The New Order. The story is based in an alternate 1946, leading right into the prologue of The New Order. You're put in the shoes of heroic OSA agent BJ Blazkowicz as he fights through countless Nazi soldiers in order to find the location of Nazi scientist Death's Head, in an effort to turn the tide of the war for the Allies. The gameplay runs very similar to The New Order, a fast-paced, action-filled FPS. You once again have a lot of the abilities that you see in The New Order, such as the ability to dual-wield weapons and the leaning cover system, which takes a bit of time to get used to, but once you got it, it works really well. Although the game is mostly thrilling firefights, there are a number of sections where the player is encouraged to use stealth to progress. The stealth system works pretty well throughout the majority of the game, but it's really frustrating when you come across these fucking super soldiers. But truth is, they're probably not that hard, I'm just not really that good. During many sections of the game, you have the option to silently kill 1 or 2 commanders. If you're able to successfully do this, then you don't have to fight the oncoming hordes of Nazi reinforcements. I like how the game gives you the option, so if you don't feel like going the stealth way, you can just shoot a whole bunch of Nazis. Everybody wins.
What's that? Kill as many Nazis as I can?
The health system is a standard 100, but it will partially regenerate when in cover. Your maximum health can be increased over 100 if it's unlocked with a perk. You can also temporarily overload your health. To do this, you just need to pick up a health pack with a value that will take you above your maximum, but your overloaded health will immediately start falling back to your current maximum. The armor works very similar to health, although you can't regenerate when you're in cover, but it is possible to overload your armor when you've unlocked the ability. The ability to overload your health and armor is a fantastic strategical ability. I use this a lot when I know I'm going to be entering a room filled with soldiers. The weapons in the Old Blood are as amazing as ever. You can easily equip your weapons from the weapon wheel and start firing at Nazi soldiers with the classic handgun, assault rifle, Bombenschuss, shock hammer, powerful double-barrel shotgun, or explosive Kampf pistol. I really would like to apologise for my awful German pronunciation.
Think I would be impressed by your atrocious German.
The Kampf pistol is easily the best weapon in the game, as its explosive power is so satisfying. Although it's not unbalanced, as ammo is scarce and hard to find. Oh, there is also the pipe. Oh yeah, you will just love the pipe. The perk system is a series of small upgrades that can help you in battle by increasing your maximum health or armor, increasing weapon clip sizes, or even reload speed. The perks are much fewer and no longer separated into different trees like they were in the New Order. Although I found this disappointing, as it was something I loved in the New Order, it probably made a lot more sense to have it shortened, as the Old Blood is a considerably shorter game. The only considerable complaint I have with the gameplay in a whole is that you need to press X on every individual health pack, piece of armor, and ammunition. This feels as it unnecessarily slows down the fast-paced nature of the game, especially after clearing a large room. I can understand why it can be tactical to not pick up every piece of health or armor, as it's possible to overload, but perhaps if your ammo were to pick up on touch, it could minimise the annoyance. Although the storyline of the Old Blood has copped a lot, I generally quite enjoyed it, with the exception of, and here comes the spoilers, the Nazis uncover something that turns them into zombies, and then you have to fight a giant monstrosity. And you might ask, Thumbstick, why do you care if there's zombies and supernatural monsters? You haven't complained about the giant robotic Nazi dogs trying to bite your face off.
Jesus Christ, that's a big fucking dog.
And truth is, I don't actually care. In fact, Nazi zombies even had a part in Wolfenstein 3D. And Hitler's final moments were spent gunning an American down in a giant mech suit. And as far as I know, that didn't actually happen. But what bothers me is, and this is probably more of a criticism to the New Order, is that not once was it mentioned to old mate Scotland. I totally just wiped out a giant Nazi monster. Or hey, you remember that time Nazis turned into zombies? Is that still happening?
You're still breathing, you German bastard.
But I guess BJ had other things to think about in the New Order. Bethesda titles will often have small Easter eggs hidden within their games referencing other Bethesda releases, and the Old Blood is no exception. with references including Quake 3, Nuka-Cola from Fallout, and this horny fella from Skyrim. But without a doubt, the coolest inclusion is the nightmare levels. When I first saw this picture taken from Wolfenstein 3D, released in 1992, hidden in this level, I got really excited. But when I actually figured out to approach it and press X on the nearby bed, I was even more impressed. This transports you to the corresponding level in the first episode of Wolfenstein 3D, with the audio and visuals exactly the same, with the exception of your gun and in-game collectibles. These cheeky buggers managed to sneak the entire shareware episode in, and I absolutely loved it. It's got to be one of the coolest Easter egg additions I've ever seen in a game, and you even unlock achievements for it. This point also reminds me just how bad the German was in the old Wolfenstein, but it's much better now.
Ja, ein hot dog.
Speaking graphically on the Old Blood, the game looks great, but it's certainly not groundbreaking, and to the eyes looks the same as the New Order. But since it was released only a year later, it can't be expected that they overhaul all the visuals. Overall, I really enjoyed the Old Blood. Although it's on the shorter side, I do highly recommend it, especially since you can pick up a copy pretty cheap now. If you want to know whether you should play the New Order or the Old Blood first, truth is I really don't think it matters. It can be done either way. The Old Blood will hold me over until the release of Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, but I really can't wait to see where they're going to take it next.
Look at that. It's raining Nazis.
Well, that's all I've got to say of the Old Blood. Let me know what you think, what you liked and what you didn't like, and what you're expecting from the next Wolfenstein game. If you liked the video, give it a like and a share, subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of Let's Plays with D-Pad, he can be pretty funny sometimes. Other than that, we'll see you next time.